Hello, everybody. It says Hollywood Eric 86. I'm on here tonight and here in the morning. Now, I normally don't do a lot of videos week to week. I wait for, moments that are cool, and this is the second straight week that I've done a video, and it's something that's a bit of a shock, and if I feel a bit somber and a bit sad, it's because I have the undoubted authority now to say to my wrestling fans and to my YouTubers and to my subscribers that another great wrestling star has unfortunately left this world again and passed away. And it is with great sadness and utter disbelief and shock that I have to come on here and to tell my subscribers and to the wrestling fans and to the YouTubers that Chyna, better known to most fans outside of wrestling as Joni Lauer, the ninth wonder of the world, and former WWE Women's Champion and a woman who single-handedly helped DX in the Attitude Era alongside Triple H, X-Pac, the New Age Outlaws, and the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, has sadly passed away, died at the sweet age of 45. And I say that because 45 to me really ain't that old. She was still absolutely beautiful. And I know that she's had made a lot of personal choices that were wrong in her life that she kind of that she never really fully took responsibility for. And I know, and I stated that in my second ever Vince Russo rant, when he went on there to try to bury Triple H, but she was a woman and tried to sidetrack the question and try to get to the other points of that when Russo was trying to grill her to try to bury Hunter. And I respected her for that, but that was a personal opinion of mine based on her life. For her life in the world of professional wrestling and for whatever endeavor she did, I am extremely proud of her. She accomplished so much in her time in WWE. From coming in as just Triple H's bodyguard when he was still Hunter Hearst Helmsley. And he was going to transition into being Triple H. Because that transition happened months later when he joined Shawn Michaels and they wound up forming quite possibly the third greatest group in the history of professional wrestling in DX. And I say that because everybody knows who my favorite group is of all time. But for the Attitude Era, that was the single greatest group in the history of the Attitude Era and of WWE at that time frame. Because then after Shawn had to unfortunately retire due to a 4-year back injury, they went and got X-Pac and then the New Age Outlaws, and they set the wrestling world and the Attitude Era on fire, and it helped overtake WCW. She contributed to that. And for that, I thank her. Even though I was on both sides of the fence in the war, but I to this day will always prefer WCW over WWE, even though I did channel surf a lot. But there were moments in time that I will get to on other future rants about the Monday Night War that I did stay and tune in and watch WCW, but I knew both. Because they had a lot of shows then that helped me. But it's not about that. It's about celebrating the life of Chyna. And I felt, since everybody else had a reaction to it, I felt that I wanted to come on here, but I waited a little bit longer because I wanted to see if there was any new developments in the story because it was untimely, and I got wind of this from one of my subscribers, but if you all will know when I say he's streaming, you probably already know who that is due to the reveal from the WrestleMania rant. But he informed me that he was streaming and he had found out that she had died because people in the room were talking. Well, he couldn't really check to confirm, so he got a hold of me and it was unsadly confirmed, and it's just very somber because this is the second straight week that the wrestling world has either lost Hall of Famers or great stars. Because last week, I had the unfortunate task of telling everybody that Blackjack Mulligan, son to Barry Windham and Kendall Windham, father-in-law to IRS or Mike Rotunda, and the grandfather to Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas, sadly passed away along with ECW superstar and hardcore great Balls Mahoney. And now, like they always say, the wrestlers die in threes. It's now Chyna. And it's just very somber to me because it just says, it's how great how everybody that I grew up watching now are just, they're passing on at very young ages and bad health or drug problems or whatever. Whatever Chyna did in her life, that was on her and it was in her personal life, had nothing to do with the world of professional wrestling. In the world of wrestling, my opinion of Chyna will always be very high, and I will always have her respect, and you will always have mine. Because you were the ninth wonder of the world for a reason. You came in there during a time when women never interacted in a wrestling ring, where they were just eye candy and valets, and Vince didn't care about wrestling. You came in and wanted to wrestle with the men, and you went on there and body slammed men and mauled the men, and you mauled all the valets, and you made a name for yourself. You earned the moniker, the ninth wonder of the world. And when you go on and you branch out on your own after you left DX and joined the corporation, and then you reformed DX, and then you and Hunter joined the corporation, and then DX comes back, and you do all that, and then you have your little feud with Kane, and you have your feud with Mark Henry that launched the sexual chocolate era of Mark Henry back then. And then you go on to one of the greatest rivalries that I feel really set you apart from everybody else when you had that rivalry with Jericho. After you became the first woman in the history of the WWE, or back then known as the World Wrestling Federation, to enter the Royal Rumble, you went on to have one of the best rivalries in the history of the game when you fought that piece of shit, no good, vile Jeff Jarrett to become the first woman ever to win the Intercontinental Championship. That's an accomplishment, no matter if another woman does it, that no one will ever take from you. Because it was not only one of the best things that has ever happened in the sport of wrestling, but Jeff Jarrett needed an ass whooping from a real woman. Because he's a bitch and a liar and a thief anyway. And he steals other people's wives. But that's a rant for another day. And then you go on to possibly have one of the best feuds in the history of the WWE with Chris Jericho, as I stated earlier, because I tried to jump ahead. And you and Jericho had battles back and forth for the Intercontinental title, becoming co-Intercontinental champions before Jericho got you. And then you go on to win the Women's Championship. One of the most prestigious titles that they had at the time before they created the Divas title and the new Women's title for its new lineage. And you went on to have the championship, and then you unceremoniously had that bad disagreement with the WWE like most former stars do. But unfortunately for you, the fence was never mended. They were never given the opportunity. It was never mended because of politics and personal vendettas, in my own opinion. But that's a rant for another day. So they strip you of the championship. And what do? Because they wouldn't let you, because they copyrighted the name Chyna, you couldn't use it no more. But you still went on and did Playboy, but you went on and you did something that the WWE deems taboo, but they're hypocrites in the same process, which is a rant I'll get to on another day. You become a porn star. After you make a sex tape with X-Pac, 2 to be exact. That's a personal choice for you. I can't judge you for that because that's a choice you made outside of wrestling. You became a porn star, but you battled an addiction that takes everybody, and that's drugs and alcohol. And I stated in the Vince Russo rant that, that was a decision that you made yourself, not just everybody else. You don't place blame on everybody else. You made the decision too. But that's outside of wrestling. That wasn't in wrestling. In wrestling, I'm on here as a fan, and I'm on here to say, Chyna, I love you. You will be missed by me. Your memories that I remember you for, I will tell anybody anytime they want to know about you in the world of wrestling. If they did not watch the Attitude Era, then if they're younger than my generation, or if they just preferably watched one company, which a lot of ones did. But I will gladly tell them the memories you have that I have of you will forever be entrenched into my memory forever. Because I'm a true wrestling fan. You had the talent, you had the skills, and you were one of the baddest women that I have ever met, and you were truly the ninth wonder of the world. And you will truly be missed. And I would like to send my condolences out to Chyna's family, to her friends, even that pissant Vince Russo, although that's still not respect, because I still hate your guts. And to all of Chyna's wrestling fans around the world, including myself, that knew her either in TNA or watched her in the Attitude Era in the WWE, or knew her outside of wrestling when she was trying to change her life and try to be a better person, which I commend her for. I want to send the condolences out to everybody because we are all heartbroken and shocked by this, because it is unknown on whether on what she died of. We won't know until toxicology or autopsy reports come out. People are suspecting drug overdose due to her prior history. I'm not going to jump to conclusions, although they said she was on stuff for for anxiety and sleep deprivation. But I'm not going to speculate, and I'm not going to judge about what she possibly died of. That's not what I'm here for. I'm just here to make that announcement and to send out the condolences and the love to all of her friends, family, and fans. And I just want to say, Chyna, like I said, I love you. I miss you. And you will be missed. Your memories and your matches and your rivalries will live on forever. Not even just on the WWE Network, but in the hearts, the minds, and of everybody that watched you or knows how you perform. You were truly the ninth wonder of the world. I hope wherever you're at in your afterlife that you are up there having a ball and showing everybody how a real woman handles a man whenever a woman gets pissed off and is a bad son of a bitch. So, I am Hollywood Eric 86. I'm going to end my somber rant and somber reaction. And make sure you subscribe to my Facebook page. It's Hollywood Eric 86. All 15 of my videos are up there. And if you like the videos or you love what I do, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would appreciate it. But this will be uploaded here very soon. And like I said, I just want to send my love to all of Chyna's fans, her friends, and to her family, and to her personally. Chyna, wherever you are, we love you. We love you. We miss you. I love you and miss you. Your legacy will live on forever. I am Hollywood Eric 86. Thank you and goodbye. And make sure that you tune into my Raw rant, because I will have one next week about Raw, because I've heard of a few key points that may happen. So stay tuned. I'm Hollywood Eric 86. Thank you. Much love. See ya.